Hi, this is J.R. Fisher with jrfisher.com. You can also find me over at www.survivalcavefood.com. In this episode, we're going to go over hiring your jobs out to other people. Specifically, we're going to look at Elance, and we're going to tell you how to do it, how to hire the right people, and how to get good results. So stick with me. And before we get started, don't forget, subscribe below so that I can let you know about all the upcoming videos. It's going to help you a lot in your business, so you certainly want to do that. Make sure you subscribe below right now. Okay, so let's get started. Let's look at, well, first off, why would you hire out something? It's generally because it's a time-consuming task, and maybe you don't have the time to do it. It is okay to do this if you don't know the task entirely, but don't ever hire out a task if you know nothing whatsoever about it. Try to get some education on it. I see this happen all the time when people say, I want to do SEO, search engine optimization, for my site. And unfortunately, they will hire somebody to do search engine optimization, but they have no clue what search engine optimization is. If you're unsure about that, you can go to our other video in this series, and we'll tell you a little bit about search engine optimization and what it means. But basically, you want to know what you're hiring somebody to do. So in the case of maybe search engine optimization, you want them to go in and put in your title tags. You want them to put in your descriptions. You may want them to put in some keywords. You may want them to put in some H1 headers. And if you don't know any of that, and you just hire somebody and say, do SEO for me, you don't know if they did it right. You don't know if they did it wrong. You don't even know if they did it if you don't know what it is. So make sure you know it. So that's the first step. Know what you're hiring for. The next thing is hire it out. If you know how to do something and your time is more valuable, if you can hire somebody for $5 or $10 an hour and you figure your value is $50 or $100 an hour, it wouldn't make any sense whatsoever for you to do it. So you can hire it out. And once you've hired it out and they've completed the job, make sure you check it. Okay, you got to go in there and check it and make sure they did what you wanted them to do. So when you go into these sites, make sure you know what you want. Don't just jump in there and say, hey, I want more results. That doesn't really say anything. You want to figure out exactly what those results are. Do you want more traffic to your site? Do you want more people liking your page? What is it you're looking for to have somebody else do? So you also need to know what to expect when you list your job on Elance. You want to put in detail what you expect that person to do. So you do have to have knowledge on it. And make sure when they finish the job that you pay on time. You want to pay right up front. And the last thing I'll tell you is that you want to make sure you rate the Elancer and be honest about it. If they did a great job for you, give them a great rating. That goes a long way on Elance, and that's how they get jobs. So you want to make sure you do that. And if they didn't do a great job, you can certainly rate them down, but give an explanation why you thought they didn't do a good job. Maybe they were not good in communication. Maybe their timetable wasn't what they told you it was. Maybe the artwork they designed was not creative. Whatever it is, make sure you're specific about it, because this will tell other people about that freelancer out there. So you don't want to just give somebody a poor rating without any explanation. You want to let them know exactly what you weren't happy with and make sure that reason is stated in your rating. Okay, so let's go over to the site we're referring to, and the site we're going to use is Elance. I am now on the Elance website, and this is what you're going to see on the home page. You have a few different options here. Post your job. If you're not registered, you will need to register. At the top here, you can see it says sign in or join. So we're going to just actually set up a whole account so you can see how to do that. We're going to register now, and we will set up that account. I want to hire, I want to work. So depending on why you're on Elance, and I assume you're there to hire because that's what this video is about. So we're going to click continue, that we do want to hire. So we're going to put in our name here. Okay, at this point, it's going to send you a link that you're going to need to click on to verify that account. Okay, I received that link and I clicked on it, and it brought me to this page here. We can see we're now signed in here at the top. There's our username, and we're ready to post a job. So we're going to click post job, and we're going to name our job. We're going to call it SEO, since we were talking about that. We want SEO done. Now, really in this box here, you want to be really descriptive. So if you're asking somebody to do SEO and you want on-page SEO, and if you don't know what that is, just type it in the internet and you'll find it. But if you want to, let's say, have your H1 tags put in, you want to have your title tags put in, you want to have your descriptions put in, you would put all that detail in here. Make this as detailed as possible. If you want to add attachments, you can do that here if you want them to see that. So once we've done that, we're going to select our category of work. Now, our category of work in this particular situation could fall in a couple different areas, but we're going to put IT and programming. Then it's going to ask you for a subcategory. So we're going to pick search engine optimization, which is SEO, and it's going to put that in there, and it's going to automatically populate some of the more complicated things here. So we're going to do that. And let's say we want to do it for a fixed price. We can do it by hourly, as you can see here, or we can do it by fixed price. We're going to pick fixed price, and we're going to select a budget. We're going to put less than $500. Now, up here in the top, if you have a special amount that you want to pay $150 or $200 or whatever you want to pay, you can put that in there. We're going to click continue right here. Oh, it does say our job description is too short, so we're going to make it a little bit longer there, so that now we have enough words in there, because that was a little error box that popped up there. And then we're going to click continue, and it's going to give you a few options here. It's going to say you can upgrade and pay $30, or you can be verified or get a verification seal and pay $5. I will tell you, I've been using Elance for many, many years, never paid either one of these options, and hired a lot of people on there. So we're going to select the free option right here. And we're going to verify the job right here, and we're going to post the job. Now, once you post a job on there, and we've clicked that button, it's going to say, hey, we're searching for freelancers for you. And then it's going to give you some information here. We're going to just exit out of that, but it's going to give you all these people right here. And you can certainly, look at some of their people, but I've noticed they always tend to suggest people that have one job. All of these that are shown to have one job, this one has 9. I prefer to hire somebody that has at least 25 jobs. So I'm not going to look at any of these. If I want to invite people to do the job, I'm going to go up to the search box here, make sure it says freelancers, and I'm going to search, and I'm just going to type in SEO. And what it's going to do is now going to search all of Elance for SEO providers. Now over here to the side, I can pick, I want at least 15 reviews, and I prefer 25, but that's the options they give you. And let's see, what else do I want here? I want at least 5 stars. So we want people who are 5-star rated. And this rating here, you'll see next to their name, comes from people actually doing jobs with them. So the first guy that comes up is this guy right here. He's got 45 jobs. He's 5 stars. That's pretty good. But let's say I want people with more jobs. I can look here. It gives you a little bit of information. If you notice in the center here, this one here gives you his rate, his hourly rate, which is $22. And don't be too tied to that, because this guy that charges $22 an hour may be able to do your job in 30 minutes, whereas this person here that's showing $17 an hour, it may take them 3 hours. So what you're concerned about is the overall price that they're charging you for your job. You look down here, here's somebody who's willing to work for $8 an hour. Now next to that, you're going to notice another little item, which is what they're categorized at, and then they have a rating right here that you can click on. And if you notice, when I hover over this, get this so you can see it, it pops open and shows that there's 44 total jobs, 47 milestones. They've done 234 hours. And as we scroll here, you notice they got 23 reviews, all perfect. So that's pretty good. But we also want to be real careful. Let's look at these reviews, because if all these reviews were done, let's say in the past 30 days, well, that's going to send up a red flag. Maybe they're having their friends review them, or maybe those reviews aren't real at all. So I'm going to look at some of these reviews. And notice this one was done January 8th, January 4th, December 11th, November. So this is now stretching into a few months, October. So we've got a few months of data here. And we can also look at the job details. So if this person hired them, they have the description. You can read that entire description and see what they wanted to have them do and get a good idea on what's going on. Now, if you notice next to it, it says other reviews. So this person here who hired them is probably real, because they've got 66 other reviews completed. And we can see all the other jobs they rated. So we can scroll through that. So there's a lot of good information here. It's a very good website for sourcing out some of those things you want to do. And I'm going to go back here to our search results, and we could look at that again. So we've got a job on there right now. We have looked at some of the possibilities, and let's say you decide you want to hire one of these people. All you have to do is go over here and click Hire Me. And what's going to happen is your job will be populated in here, and you click continue, and that person will then be notified that you want them to bid on your job. So it makes it quite easy. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at training@jrfisher.com. You can always call our office at 800-719-7650. You can find me at jrfisher.com, also at survivalcavefood.com. Hope this helps you out a little bit, and we'll be talking to you real soon. Thanks.